why is it important to reinvest in your business? Well, as I'm saying this Chick-fil-A drive-through, I'm literally thinking about, why do some guys not reinvest into the business? I spoke to a guy today that was actually doing like something similar. They're doing like social media management. And I noticed, I told him, I was like, okay, are you running ads? He's like, oh, no, I'm not running ads. I don't want to spend money on it. And I'm like, what do you mean you don't spend money on it? He's like, yeah, like, I don't want to put money into ads and get more clients. I was like, I didn't even say that part. He just said himself, I don't want to get more. Like, why don't you want more? Isn't your whole purpose to grow? He's like, yeah, I do want to grow, but I just don't want to spend the money. I was like, why don't you want to spend the money? I was like, I'm not sure if it's going to, make money. And I'm like, what do you mean? Like, put it like this. If you have a system where you can put in, let's say, $1,000, that $1,000 can make you 5 grand, you know, doesn't that tell you, okay, if I put in 2 grand, I'm gonna make 10 grand, right? So why wouldn't you put money into that system? Why wouldn't you put money into that actual machine, right? And it goes to show just how scared some people are to reinvest into their business, regardless would have been. I've spoken to so many businesses doing over 2, 3, 5, $10 million a year, and the bigger it gets, the bigger the business gets, the one thing that's always in common that I hear, they spend more money on their marketing. It's actually insane. I spoke to a business, I just made a video about it, doing over $500,000 a month in advertising, a dealership, right? I spoke to another business owner who's doing over $500,000 a year in their contracting business. It's insane how much money people are spending, but you have to be able to invest money into the business, invest into the main thing that's going to get you jobs. People invest into trucks, tools, all these things that they don't need. They don't need that. You don't need more tools, more trucks if you don't have the jobs to fuel that. So invest into the jobs, invest into getting more work, and then you can invest the back end. Because if you can't get more work on the top front end, you're not gonna be able to invest the back end of your business. It's that simple. So I told the guy, I was like, you know what, man, you gotta get on it. You gotta start, pushing yourself, pushing what you do, and you're gonna get work. Just you gotta figure out the numbers, figure out what it is that makes you money, and then from there it's game over.